Hi guys, it's been a while. I'm not shooting at location, but it's still gonna be a quality video. It's how you can use the 80-20 rule to get all A's in studying and just minimize your time studying and get the maximum benefit. Now, firstly, why should you listen to me? Because I'm able to study I've gotten almost all A's while studying almost next to nothing compared to a lot of my friends. My point is, I know and I figured out how to study as little as possible and get the maximum grades by doing that. And I'm going to teach you how to do exactly that with this video. It's not going to be easy, but if you follow exactly what I tell you to do, you will reap tremendous benefit. So, firstly, let's discuss what is the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule was created by an economist, actually, back in the 20s, I believe, who realized that 80% of a country's wealth is distributed across 20% of its population. And when he came up with this idea, he realized it could be applied to anything in life. As in, you get 80% of the benefits of exercise through 20% of the actions. 80% of this, or 80% of the benefits come from the 20% of the actions of literally anything. Apply it to anywhere in your life. It might not be linear, but it's approximately right. The same comes to studying. So you get 80% of the benefits from 20% of the actions. Only 20% of what you actually do when you study gives you 80% of your grade. Let me repeat that. 20% of what you do, 20% of your time, out of 10 hours of studying, only 2 hours is what gives you 80% of your grade. The rest of the time is honestly time wasted that you could be using much more efficiently. So, you might spend a lot of time studying and still get low grades, as I said, because you're doing the other 80% of tasks that only get you 20% of the grades. Do you see what I mean? You're losing out by doing a lot of busy work, by doing things that people so-called studying. Now, I'm going to give you an actionable step-by-step way to figure out what these things that you do are, how to stop them, and focus purely on the 20% that get you the maximum grade. So, what happens when you start using the 80-20 rule? Firstly, you start studying for much less time because, as I said, instead of spending 100% of your 10 hours, you only spend 2 hours or 3 hours maybe really studying and doing deep, intense work, and that gets you 80% of your grade. So you spend much less time studying, you have time to do much more. And school, your young ages, your teens, your college years, those are the most important years of your life, not just because you're young, but also because that's when you have the most capability to do whatever you want with your life. That's when you're able to build the physique. That's when you're able to build the business, to build skills, because those are the most important years of your life. It would be a real shame if you wasted those years purely studying to get a bunch of grades. That includes being in college. It would be a shame if you spent 10 hours a day studying just to get all A stars. Instead, spend 20% of the time doing intense work that gets you 80% of the benefit, and spend the rest of your time doing things that develop you as a person. You also stop wasting your time. As I said, you stop wasting your time doing busy work, doing work that actually doesn't have any impact, and instead you focus purely on the work that gets you the results. And you get to spend more time on important things. As I said, your younger years are the most important and developmental years. Neuroplasticity, if you know what it is, it's basically your brain's ability to actually change and learn. It is optimized until the age of 25. Most of us finish university when we're 25, 24. So don't waste those years studying purely. Spend those years learning things that will actually benefit you for the rest of your life. Spend less time studying, basically. So, how to start? Here's your actionable guide, the thing you came to this video for. So firstly, have a subject in mind. I'm going to take physics because that's a subject a lot of people take and it's really easy to boil down. Write down all the things you do to study for that subject. I mean everything. From sitting down and thinking about concepts, to memorizing, to doing past papers, to writing notes, to highlighting, to talking to your friends about it. Literally every single thing you do to study for that subject, write it down. Alright? Now, cut out all the busy work. Look through everything and think, does this really give me benefit? Does rewriting the textbook really provide me the benefit I need to learn? Does highlighting all my notes really provide me the benefit I need to learn? If you think it doesn't, just follow your gut instinct. If you feel that it doesn't, cross it out. That right there is busy work. That is waste of time. Now, let's say you have a list of 10 things that you do to study for a certain subject. Might not be 10, might be 5. You will probably cross out about 80% of those tasks. 70 to 80% of those tasks will be crossed off because that's all busy work. That's all work that's not worth your time. The 2 or 3 things that remain are going to be the most difficult tasks. They're probably going to be things like doing past papers, sitting down and actually memorizing the content in front of you instead of just reading it. Or if you're doing something like history or English literature, it's going to be actually writing the essays instead of just rereading the damn prose. It's those high value tasks that you don't feel like doing, but you know are really valuable, that are the 20% that get you 80% of the grade. I guarantee you, for physics, if you just spent all your time memorizing and doing past papers, memorizing, doing past papers, you spent 1 hour a day memorizing for 30 minutes, past papers for 30 minutes. If you did that for an entire month, you would get an A star in physics. No matter where you are, IGs, AS, A2, whatever syllabus you're doing, you will get top grades by doing just that. You never had to rewrite notes, you never had to highlight, you never had to group study. You just did the most important and high value tasks. And that's what studying should be. It should be purely high value tasks that get you the most return on investment in the shortest period of time. As I said, it's much more tough than making colorful notes with the RGB, this thing. It's much more tough, 100%. But it takes a lot less time and you get to spend more time doing things you actually enjoy instead of just wasting your time in busy work. This is what it takes to become a top 1% in not just in school, but minimizing the time you spend on school so you can do other things. So, quick plug, I have a product that lets you get or helps you get all A's and spend the least amount of time doing it so you can spend your teens and college years doing much more important things. If that sounds like something you'd like, click the first link in the description. With this product, you get a video guide as well as one-on-one coaching with me. If that sounds like something you'd like, first link in the description. Now, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, the 20% of tasks that get you the most benefit are what you need to be doing with the most attention. Forget everything else, it doesn't matter. Control yourself, discipline yourself not to do those low benefit things and focus purely on the high value tasks. And that's how you study. That's how you get good grades. That's how you get top grades in the shortest period of time. Now follow my Instagram, go watch another one of my videos, and have a nice day.